Hi, welcome to the B&B show. We have our once again another show of fun and all kinds of stories and opinions. I'm Beth, and this is Boris.
Hello.
Hey. What's up, Boris?
All right. I've been saying for years that if you want to sell bottled water on Ocean Parkway in Brooklyn, we usually get those old, ugly guys, old ladies, walking around with the water bottles and trying to sell them to the cars that are parked at who are stopped at the red light. And I always said, get the pretty girl, miniskirt, high heels. Now this story over here, no more about it. Look at this. A pretty ladies are shining shoes and they're making double money and double tips. That's how you make money.
Okay.
You get the basic service and you get the pretty girls doing it. Is that sexist?
Let me see. Is that sexist? It's sexist if the women think it's sexist. But if they're willing to do that, then I'd have to say it's their choice.
Well, the shoe shine is...
But if that's the case, oh, and I forgot to bring pictures of hot guys, because last week you put up lots of pictures of women. So next week, I gotta remember that. Anyway, so if they're willing to do that, then I think we should have guys doing stuff for us. We should have some good-looking guys. I don't know, maybe not shining our shoes, maybe, I don't know, more hairstylists that are actually hot and giving haircuts and maybe little massages. Why not?
With the guys, the guys will actually pay you to give you a foot massage. There are lots of...
foot massages, that's not bad.
Yeah, and you get paid for it.
No, I think they should do foot massages for us.
That's what I mean. Okay. In order to have a...
Alright.
Have access to your feet, they pay you, and then they give you foot massage.
They pay us? Oh, okay.
Right.
That works. What if the feet aren't nice? How are they going to do it?
Then you have to pay them.
Alrighty then. Okay, well.
Alright, what do you got?
What do I have? Well, actually, it's not as much fun as what you just spoke about. It's actually a little sad, but I mean, it's a happy ending. It's a,
happy ending.
Happy ending. No, not in that way. That's later in the show. But it's about an animal, actually a little dog, and this poor little can't speak today. I don't know. This poor little dog was in a trash bag, and a sanitation worker actually saved her. It all happened during the week in New York. A woman was cleaning up the garbage, sanitation worker. And she saw something moving, and she wondered what it was, and she was about to actually dump it. This poor little thing would have been in a dump, probably would have died. Anyway, she opened the bag. It was this cute little, I think they say Shih Tzu.
Yeah.
Shih Tzu.
Yeah.
Cute, beautiful little baby Shih Tzu. This beautiful dog. Sadly, it was covered in its own feces. It looked a little malnutritioned. So she took it out, she cleaned it up, and it was on the news last week. Actually, ABC had the story, and they named it Victoria because that's the name of the sanitation worker. And no one can understand why owners would do this. Now, this little dog is, thank God, very healthy. They fixed it up. I think it's at the North Shore Animal League. And she's lovable. She's not even afraid of anyone, considering what she must have been through. And if anyone wants to adopt her, just, ask for Victoria, the little dog that they found. But I just thought it was a good story because she's so cute. If I could have her, I would adopt her, but I can't in my apartment. They won't allow it. You have
a cat, too.
I have a cat, which is allowed, but you can't have a dog, supposedly.
Actually, the cat is not allowed either.
No, he is allowed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I told when I was moving in that I had a cat, and they said, okay, a kitten, actually. He was a kitten at the time. But the thing is,
huge now.
Now he's huge and he's a psycho and he hides, so that's a whole nother story. But I just don't like hearing about animals being hurt and everything. And I like when, there are good stories like that. But that's my story. That's my animal story for the day. And I'm glad that she's okay.
I'm glad she's okay, but
yeah.
We have another animal story here.
Oh, really?
About a pit bull, yeah.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
Cops shot the dog.
Oh.
And supposedly the dog was charging at them, and that's the reason why they shot her. But the Courtney Bello, how do you pronounce this?
The Courtney Bellew. I guess I'd say Bellew.
Courtney Bellew of the Special Needs Animal Rescue and Rehabilitation said that the vets are disputing this because the bullet entry wounds were not.
Okay, here we go again, reading the story.
It's a sad story, but the bullet entry trajectories were not consistent with police accounts that the dog was charging at them. So it looks like the dog was shot either through the back or feet or something like that.
So basically, they shot the dog for no reason, in plain English, right?
Maybe the dog was barking too much. I don't know. It's not the first time.
I don't understand. Just like they think you could just like treat children like crap. People think you could treat animals like crap. It's a choice to have children. It's a choice to get animals. If you can't deal with either, don't do it. That's it. The answer. And you were talking about shoe before.
Yeah.
Why didn't you show that before too? Because remember saying maybe they want to polish these shoes. What do you think? So I mean, look at these shoes. You're not going to believe this.
All right. I wonder if the girls want to polish these shoes. This is a North Korean army. Female soldiers. And they're wearing stilettos from Victoria's Secret.
Unbelievable.
Kim Jong-un must be a very sick man.
I told you the man has a little peachy, so he makes it up with high stilettos on these women. I mean, what is the reason? How would soldiers run in stilettos?
I don't know, but I have a better question. Do they wear Victoria's Secret's underwear underneath those uniforms?
You would ask.
I want to see that.
I want to see them run in these heels. It's the most obscene thing. I mean, it's just not right. It's just not right. That isn't right.
Imagine if a heel breaks off.
Oh my God, can you imagine as a shooting?
Then they'll be limping.
That's crazy. I'm serious. This is just insane. You know what? There's so many insane things. It's crazy. It's just insane how much. We have time still?
No, I'm sorry. I forgot to put that.
Oop, I just broke.
We are very professional. Behind the scenes, we are very professional.
We're having one of these days. I don't know what it is.
Should I break mine
No,
too?
no, don't do it. The tip broke. Okay, I guess I don't know my own strength. And as you know, Mr. Chips is with us today. We're going to keep that name. So he's sitting there chilling out. And I have another
pen?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. How are we on time? Good?
Yeah, 2 minutes.
All right. Well, I have another story. I have about Justin Bieber. Another Justin Bieber story. He was in Amsterdam at the Anne Frank Museum. For many of you who know who she is, you know who she is, and those who don't, she was actually this young girl, and there's a book called Diary of Anne Frank, and she wrote about her time hiding from the Nazis.
Oh.
Anyway, he goes to the museum, he's writing in the guest book. Most people would be like, wow, I can't believe what you went through, God bless you, you were a strong young woman, young girl. He writes, I wish you could be here in this time to be a believer, meaning be a fan of his. Now, what's his excuse for that one? I'm 19, I don't know better?
Yeah.
He's young. No, I think he's a sociopath. He doesn't know any.
Psychopath, rather.
A sociopath with no emotions. Seriously. That's what I think. And I think Mr. Chips would think that too. I think this kid is like immature, like to the umpth degree. And I think in his 50s he'll be like, well, I didn't know any better. I say he goes back to school and gets a little bit of a clue. So that's my opinion on that.
Well, he has actually some economic advice as well.
Yeah?
Actually, the credit cards for the parents. You should get a credit card for your child. And the best credit card is...
And he's going to stop and look it up.
We're going to take a break right now. Mr. Chips will look it up. Why didn't you do your job, Chips?
Mr. Chips, because he's busy chilling out.
Thank you for watching.
See you in a little
Part
bit.
2, Mr. Bieber will give you economic advice about credit cards.